The Witcher 4 is on its way, and we finally know that Ciri will be the main character. But where will she go? The new region of Kovir is mysterious and vast. What secrets does it hold? Why is Kovir important for the story, and how will this region change our understanding of the Witcher world? In this video, we'll uncover all the details, from history to geography. And at the end, I'll share the most unexpected detail that you probably didn't expect. Don't switch! Have you ever wondered why it is that Kovir has become the place where the events of the new game will unfold? It's not for nothing that this region has become the center of attention. The fate of entire kingdoms is intertwined there, and political intrigues can be compared to the most intricate fairy tale. When we talk about Kovir, it's not just a territory, but a real living organism with its own drama, where every city and every family has its own secrets. And the most interesting thing is that this story is directly connected to Ciri, the main character of the new Witcher. If we delve into the depths of Kovir's history, we will discover that it was a crucial trading hub between the northern kingdoms and southern Nilfgaard. Through its ports and roads, goods flowed in abundance, ranging from precious fabrics and wine to weapons and magical artifacts. Due to its strategic location, Kovir became a destination not only for merchants, but also for adventurers, seekers of glory, and, of course, spies. The political situation here has always been tense. The House of Velens, the traditional rulers, have held power for generations, but their position has been severely weakened by the competition with the House of Rohan. The Rohan family is young but ambitious, and they are using their intrigue and secret deals to gain control over the trade routes. Additionally, there are pirate gangs that terrorize the coast, undermining the stability of the region. And as if that weren't enough, the shadow of Nilfgaard, a powerful empire eager for expansion to the north, looms on the horizon. For the Emperor, this region is a strategic foothold, forcing local rulers to make difficult choices between cooperation, betrayal, and war. These political turmoils provide the perfect backdrop for Ciri's adventures. Her journey to Kovir is not just a journey, it is a dive into the depths of palace intrigue, where a single misstep can cost a life. Understanding this complex political mosaic is the key to appreciating the depth of the story that the developers have prepared for us. And so, we come to the conclusion that Kovir is not just a dot on the map, it is a complex political knot where the interests of the great houses, the pirates, and the powerful Nilfgaard are intertwined. This region, like Ciri herself, is on the brink of change, and it is here that she will have to make a choice that will affect the lives of many. But in order to understand what lies ahead for our heroine, we need to see Kovir through the eyes of those who live there, and for that, we must look at its geography and economy. At first glance, Kovir is just a coastline with a couple of cities, but if you take a closer look, you'll see a kaleidoscope of natural zones, from misty swamps to picturesque mountain passes. How does nature and geography shape the economy and life of the region? And why is it that the fates of pirates and merchants, farmers and blacksmiths have intertwined in this place? While history offers drama and intrigue, geography provides the foundation for all this chaos. Kovir itself is a complex region where several climatic zones converge. In the north, there are dense forests and swamps inhabited by dangerous animals and magical creatures, while the southern shores of Kovir are home to fertile plains where agriculture and winemaking thrive. In the heart of the region, there are steep mountain ranges, rich in minerals such as iron, silver, and rare gems, providing a strong foundation for blacksmithing and other crafts. The ports of Kovira are the heart of economic life. Trade is in full swing here, with caravans and ships bringing goods from all corners of the continent. But this trade is more than just an exchange of goods. It's a web of contracts and alliances, with each guild vying for control. The fishermen, cloth merchants, and armorers all rely on the stability and security of the region, making conflicts inevitable. Piracy is a particular concern. These bandits are not just ordinary robbers, they are well-organized groups that control parts of the coast and ports. Their actions have a significant impact on the economy and security. Local rulers either try to suppress them or make secret deals with them, as piracy is both a threat and a source of income. Thus, the geography of Kovir creates a unique economic model. Fertile lands and mountainous riches, active ports, and dangerous waters all mix in one region, forming a complex but vibrant and ever-changing economy. The bottom line is clear. The nature and geography of Kovir are not just a backdrop for the story, but active participants in the events. They shape the economic and political realities that Siri faces. The natural resources and trade routes that make Kovir such an alluring yet dangerous place for our heroine. The next step is to meet the people who will accompany her on this journey. And the characters are not just faces, but the real engines of the plot. Every good story is first and foremost about people. In Kovir, there are many interesting and complex characters, each playing a role in the fate of the region and in Ciri's life. From powerful rulers to cunning merchants and enigmatic mages, who are they and how will their fates intertwine with our heroines? If you want to understand why Ciri's adventure will be so rich and emotional, you need to get to know these characters. The first and perhaps most important character is of course the representative of the House of Velens, the current Lord of Kovira. A man with a difficult fate, he struggles to maintain his power, but under the pressure of internal and external threats, he begins to question who his true friends and enemies are. His character is a combination of strength and vulnerability, and his family's history is filled with tragedy and mystery. Opposing him are the Rohans, particularly the young lady Irina Rohan. Ambitious, intelligent, and highly cunning, she is willing to go to great lengths to expand her family's influence. Her views often clash with the traditional values of the region, and she represents a new wave of change in Kovir. Among Ciri's allies, the mage Xavier stands out as a man with a mysterious past and a deep understanding of magic, who will assist the heroine not only in combat but also in political intrigue. Xavier is a bridge between the old ways and the new times. We also can't forget about the pirate captain named Morgan. This charismatic but unpredictable man controls a large part of the coast. His alliance or enmity could be crucial for Ciri. He is a living example of how complex and ambiguous the world of Kovir is. Finally, there is Ciri herself. In this region, she is not just a monster hunter or a fugitive princess. Here, she will have to become a player in big politics, gaining new strength and realizing that her destiny is not only a personal story, but also a key to the future of the entire continent. It turns out that Kovir is a living world where every character is important and their actions affect the lives of others. Getting to know these people allows us to better understand what awaits Ciri, and why her adventures will be filled with unexpected twists and dramas. To fully appreciate the scale of what is happening, we need to look at the socio-economic fabric of the region: who works, who trades, and how it all comes together. Trade, crafts, piracy, poverty, and luxury are all sides of the same coin called Kovir. To understand why there are so many conflicts and dramas in this region, we need to look at the economy and the lives of ordinary people, merchants, and aristocrats. It is the social stratification that creates the foundation for many of the political and personal conflicts that Ciri will face. To begin with, Kovir's economy, despite the constant wars and instability, remains quite developed. The ports are the main centers of trade, where hundreds of transactions take place every day. Merchants bring spices, fabrics, metal, and weapons, and from there, goods are distributed throughout the continent. Merchant guilds have immense power, and their interests often clash with those of politicians and pirates. But Kovir is not just about merchants. There are also artisans, such as blacksmiths, carpenters, and tailors, who create goods for the local market and for export. In remote villages, farmers continue to grow crops, fruits, and vegetables, as well as raise livestock. Their lives may be far from the glamour of the cities, but they are the backbone of the region's economic stability. However, social inequality is evident. Aristocrats live in luxurious castles where the fate of lands and peoples is decided, while ordinary citizens often live on the brink of poverty. This leads to discontent and occasional unrest, which the local authorities try to suppress by any means necessary. It is in this complex social environment that Ciri will have to build relationships, find allies, fight enemies, and find a balance between different interests. Every deal, word, and action can change the course of history. The result is that Kovir is not just a land with beautiful landscapes, but a complex economic and social system where power, money, and influence are closely intertwined. Understanding this helps us to see how deeply the developers have crafted the game world and why Ciri's adventure will be so rich and multifaceted. But in order to appreciate the scale, you also need to look at the features of the game world itself, its nature, weather, dangers, and monsters that lurk at every turn. Kovir is not only about politics and trade, but also about a living, breathing world with its own dangers. The forests, swamps, and mountains are full of mysteries and secrets, as well as terrifying monsters that will keep any hero on their toes. How does the nature of Kovir affect the gameplay? What dangers await Ciri? The answers are here. The region is rich in diverse landscapes, from the dark and gloomy swamps in the north, where fog and cold create an impenetrable atmosphere, to the sunny plains and rocky shores. The swamps are home to ghostly creatures and ancient beasts that are not only dangerous, but also closely tied to local legends. The forests are full of predators and rare species of magical beasts. Here you can find both ordinary wolves and bears, and more exotic creatures typical of the Witcher universe, ghouls, wyverns, and even ghosts. For Ciri, this will be both a test and an opportunity to demonstrate their abilities. The mountains hide not only wealth, but also old ruins, in which you can find artifacts and answers to the mysteries of the past. But they are also a refuge for bandits and pirates, who often ambush travelers. The game promises dynamic weather conditions that will affect your travels and battles. Fog, rain, and wind are not just atmospheric effects, but factors that influence gameplay and tactics. The result of this act is that Kovir lives and breathes. It is not just a backdrop, but an active participant in your adventures. Its natural conditions and inhabitants create a complex and engaging environment that will keep both Ciri and you on your toes. Now that we've covered history, politics, characters, economics, and geography, it's time to address the central question: why is Ciri the center of this story? And what awaits her in this mysterious region? At the beginning, we wondered why Kovir, why this particular region, and why Ciri. The answer is simple yet profound. Kovir is a symbol of change and struggle, a place where the past meets the future. And Ciri is not just an heir, but a key to the salvation or destruction of this world. She holds the power to shift the balance of power, to unite or destroy kingdoms. And it is here, amidst the intrigues of Kovir, under the scrutiny of enemies and allies, that she will face her most important test. Write in the comments what you think about Kovir and how you see Ciri's future.